What is up guys, JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my Felipe Massa career mode on F1 2015. If you missed any of the races then please check them out on my channel. It's been an awesome season so far. We're doing pretty well as well in terms of performance, and it looks like we could have an outside shot at the title. Depends how them pesky Mercedes get on. But yeah, this is the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a pretty good track for me, so it kind of suits our car as well in terms of straight line speed, so I'm hoping that we can keep up with the Mercedes and hopefully beat them and hopefully take our first victory with the team. So that would be awesome. And looking into qualifying, what happened on my first lap? What the hell is this going on? There's so many cars in my way. I was on an alright lap, wasn't anything spectacular. But I'm just trying to weave my way through these cars. I just try not to shred any speed, and we make contact with the man and that holds us up. And we're just trying to finish the lap even though we have damage to our front wing. So let's see if we can get a decent time. Let's see if we can even get past the final chicane. Yes, we do. We clip the barrier, but we're going to the line and we actually take pole position. I don't think there are genuine fastest times, so on the second run I was down to 6th place, and this is my final run of the session. We need this to get further up the grid because we're quicker than 6th. Definitely quicker than 6th. A short run to the line. Where are we going to end up? It's 2nd place, just a 10th off Hamilton, and that's how it ended. The Williams in 2nd and 3rd. Great performance from myself and Valtteri, ahead of the 2 Ferraris, and look at the championship leader, Nico Rosberg, down in 6th position. If we want to close up to him in the standings, then that is a perfect scenario. Hopefully we can take the lead from Hamilton at the start, but let's wait and see what happens on race day. So sat on the grid, nice and sunny just as we like it. There hasn't really been too much rain this season so far, but I'm not complaining, and it looks like it's another one-stop race just like Monaco, which is a bit of a shame. I'm not the biggest fan of one-stop races, but let's see how exciting this race is going to be. Be awesome if we could take the lead. We could really do with a good start here. 5 lights and the Canadian Grand Prix is away. We get an okay getaway. Bottas will be on us on the left-hand side, I bet. There he is. We try and outbrake him. Try and go round the outside, thinking about going for Hamilton, but we're just too far back. On the inside, we need to get good traction here. It's okay. We're getting a bit of oversteer there. So Bottas will have a run around the outside. Will he go for it? We've got the inside line, so we should defend 2nd place. Yes, we do. Now Hamilton is starting to get away, so we've got to try and keep up with him. But behind us, Bottas has lost some momentum and held up the pack behind. So we already have a 2nd gap to Hamilton and a 2nd gap to Bottas. So the key thing is to get in the DRS zone of Hamilton and then stick in it and go for the overtake if we can. And that's exactly what happened on lap 3. DRS was enabled. We got DRS here, closing in on the back straight. But the main place we do have better speed than the AI is in this final chicane. We take much more curb and we get a great run out the final corner. We're going to get DRS. Going to go for the outside line. We're trying to take the lead here. We've got the momentum and I think we've got the lead. Yes, we do. We have taken the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix, and that is absolutely brilliant. And the gap to 3rd place is 5 seconds, which it kind of suggests it's going to be a Massa and Hamilton show this race. So yeah, I did take the lead, and then I make a stupid mistake like this. I don't know. I wasn't feeling the pressure. I just must have lost concentration and broke too late. So Hamilton's ahead, but he's also going to get DRS as well. But the slipstream effect and the speed in this car is awesome. The Mercedes has DRS and we're still pulling ahead. And are we going to retake the lead? Yes, we are. No threat from Hamilton in this 2nd DRS zone. So there we are, back in the lead. Hopefully we don't make any more stupid mistakes like that. Just keep it consistent. But Hamilton would catch back up, get into the 1 second window. He'd get DRS and go for the move. I'd just defend on the inside. It's the best tactic. We get the line for the chicane. And Hamilton would lose momentum. And then the gap would rise to over a second, so he wouldn't be in the DRS zone. And this happened a number of times. I'm not going to show it over and over again because it literally was the same thing. But yeah, lap 18 now. We're ahead of Hamilton. We still have the gap to the pack behind. We don't get the greatest run there. And coming into the tricky chicane in terms of braking. Hamilton's on the attack. He's braking later than us, so we could get a decent run out this hairpin. He's still on the outside, gets better traction, and he is ahead at this point, so we'll get DRS again. But let's just show our straight line speed once again. This time, because we don't have the slipstream, we're pretty much at the exact same speed as Hamilton. But we're going to go for this no matter what we do. We retake the lead. Then Hamilton loses momentum again. These battles every few laps between us is helping Raikkonen catch back up to us. But we're maintaining the lead, which is the main thing, because I really want to take the win. We've taken quite a few podiums this season. We should have won in Monaco. I'm disappointed about that, but it just didn't happen. And Hamilton's on the attack again, but we defend a little bit too late, so he's got the inside line this time. But I've got to outbrake him here, trying it into the chicane, the back end stepping out. We maintain the lead just, but Hamilton's got the momentum once again, going for the move like I did on lap 3 to overtake him and take the lead. Will he go for it? Side by side into the first corner. We'll break it slightly later. We've understeered slightly wide, but he's still there. Great side by side action between Massa and Hamilton. Nothing like 2011. No one is losing a front wing or any damage. But we're right on the back of Hamilton, looking for a move into this corner coming up. The famous braking zone where Vettel cocked it up in 2011. Gifted Button the victory up the inside. Is he still there? Yes, he is. And this is a very tricky corner for me to get traction, and we're trying to go for it. But no, Hamilton's ahead. Slipstream again. He doesn't defend, which is a strange move. Leaves the door open, and we're going to go up the inside. And are we going to take the lead? We have the line. Yes, we do. What a battle that was. That lasted for nearly a full lap. And now Raikkonen is seriously closing, and he actually overtook Hamilton. But this is the pit stop phase. I was thinking about one stop. I would have had to go to lap 31, but everyone else pitted apart from Raikkonen to go on to option tyres again. So that suggests it's a definite 2-stop, and I thought it's better to do 2 option stints because the pit stop lost time is not much. It's like 16-17 seconds. So we come out in second. I thought that was Vettel coming up. He has got the undercut on Hamilton, but it's actually a Manor. And of course it's going to be Will Stevens. He'll probably try and take me out as usual. But he makes it very awkward here. We have to take a wider line than we'd really realistically want to. But Raikkonen pits on the next lap. Everyone's pretty much going for the same strategy apart from the usual guys. It's the 2 McLarens and Kvyat that usually go for a pit stop less. And we retake the lead. Vettel in second, who's jumped Hamilton. And Raikkonen actually comes out in 4th. Amongst some back markers, I think Stevens was back there. So this has definitely changed from a Massa and Hamilton battle for the victory, because the 2 Ferraris are in this as well, and I am locking up once again, going wide. A slight contact with Vettel. He is on my inside. I try to squeeze him out. How he got that traction, I will never know. But he's going to get DRS as well. But the slipstream effect is so powerful here. It's unbelievable. We're closing back in on Vettel. Hamilton's trying to have a go at us. We're going to have a go at Vettel into the final chicane. We get the move done. Yes, we do. Vettel behind us. Lost momentum there. Held Hamilton up. And that gave us the opportunity to scoot off into the distance. But Vettel and Hamilton overtook each other pretty much every lap, which helped each other up. They used to go side by side all the time through the final chicane. And that allowed me to build up a 4-second gap, and there's contact here, the 2 Force Indians. There's a McLaren in the middle of the track. I know where to go there. Had to skip across the chicane. But yeah, that was pretty eventful. And yeah, lap 43, we've got a 5-second lead over Hamilton. Them 2 battling is starting to gift us the victory, and I'm told that I've got to pit in 2 laps. That's when my window opens, but these option tyres don't feel too bad at all, so I'm going to stretch this stint out. I've got a gap to the 2 cars behind, so I'd rather be on the options than the primes, even though these options are slightly worn. So lap 50, I knew this was the lap to come in, but I waited it out because when the other cars behind pitted, they actually came out in a lot of traffic, and their fresh tyres were pretty much wasted. They were going at the same pace as me on worn options, so I didn't want to drop back into the traffic after my pit stop. I just stayed out, but this was definitely the lap to come in because Ricciardo on fresh tyres, even though he is in a Red Bull, he was quicker than me. And this is what happened to Bottas, who has crashed out apparently. We'll say that's a brake failure, but anything can happen in this game. What the hell is he doing? He was having a great race as well. We were looking awesome for a big points haul earlier on, so that's very disappointing. Well, yeah, I suppose Canada is notorious for being hard on the brakes, so here we go. Hopefully the final pit stop onto the prime tyres. We need a good stop from the guys. Here we go. 2.4, not too bad. Are we going to come out ahead of Hamilton? That's the key thing. And I can't see him anywhere, so I think we've done it. We'll be on 5-6 lap younger prime tyres, so I'd be amazed if we don't win it at this moment. I was thinking that we've got a great opportunity to take our first win of the season. What's the gap to Hamilton after the stop? It is, come on, it is 2.5 seconds. So if we maintain the gap, which we should, we'll be alright, but absolutely nothing happened. The gap between us it varied between 1 to 3 seconds. He never got in the DRS zone, which is key. The weather looks like it's changing a bit, but this moment was so scary. Oversteering the corner, we've hit the wall. Luckily, no damage. On the penultimate lap as well, that could have seriously cost us, but that was the only shaky moment. I was in the zone, putting in solid laps, decent pace, and it's going to guide us to victory. We have dominated the second half of this race, and we're coming through. Not going to go into the wall of champions. I'm not a champion yet, so we will not be connecting with that wall. Coming through to the finish line, Felipe Massa takes his first win of the 2015 season. What a performance from Felipe, baby. Get in there. That is a fantastic win. So happy with that. And it feels great for Felipe to be back on the top step of the podium. Taking it from Hamilton, we dominated this race. Vettel third. And that's a fantastic performance. So happy with that. 25 points and Rosberg is nowhere to be seen. So we've definitely closed up on him in the standings. Where did Rosberg finish? The champagne tastes so much sweeter this weekend. Such a great race for the Williams. Shame Bottas couldn't finish. He did. I'm going to presume it was a failure. Otherwise, that was horrific driving. Rosberg finished in 5th, so we've gained 15 points on him. Only 5 cars finished on the lead lap because the other cars were so slow. A lot of cars were stuck behind the Saubers as well, and they ended up finishing 7th and 10th. And here we are with the driver's standings. 17-point lead Rosberg has over us, so we're back in the title race. And we're ahead of Hamilton. The 2 Ferraris and my teammate have dropped off a bit, so I don't want to make any early presumptions, but the 2 Mercedes are obviously going to be battling for it, and I think I'm going to be in there. Hopefully the Ferraris get in there as well to make it more exciting and take more points off the Mercedes. Looking at the constructors, maintaining 2nd. Obviously Bottas didn't finish, the absolute cock. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that race. Please leave a like if you did. Thanks for the support, everyone. Subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. And I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.